On, everybody. Greetings, greeners and meaners. Now this check it if collected transformation. That's right. We're going to be checking out, if I'm not mistaken, MBK2, and that's the yellow and the green, and that is Scavenger. Yes, Scavenger. So here they are, right here, neon green, and you have the yellow to your left. All right, we're going to move green out the way because he has some problems and issues, and bring into yellow, and that is where we're going to start at, and that's pretty much about it. First thing you want to do is this. If you can, to try to get inside there and remove this as slightly as you can as possible. Time to turn that up and then pull that out. You can move this or remove this or unhook this first, but I want to wait there for transformation, so that would be out the way. Since we have this and talking about this, the first thing you want to do is this. You're going to hold it in your hand like so, turn it around, look at it, see it as such, and just split this apart easy as you can, because if not, you're going to probably break or disassemble some pieces. It's strong in some areas and weak in some others, all right? You're going to bring the hand out, okay, bring the hand's fingers out like so, and just bring this up there, and just leave that flat, and then you're going to close this back, and that's pretty much about it. This comes out, and that just helps for transformation mode when he's actually, in combined mode, to actually do some motions, moves, and some poses. All right, so we're going to move out the way, bring this back at the figure, and we're going to bring this here. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you pay very close attention to this, because this will fall off due to the fact of how the articulation goes with that. You can see they bump each other, but that's just how that goes. Or you see it bumps into it, but that's just how it goes. And I'll get into close right there. It's these little teeth that's sticking up, and it actually ends up being his chest piece. So that works from there. All right, we're going to go to the back here, and that's where we're going to start at first. We're going to back up just a little bit, then we're going to take it from there. All right, now you're going to see that there's a groove in here. That's the indentation. This is as this puzzle piece. You're going to do is lift this side up first, but very gently lift this side up first. Okay, and you're going to pop this up. You see his parts here, and it's connected to the back of his head, actually to his back of his neck, and it gets right in there. If you guys can see that. Yeah, if it's right there in that port, and the same thing over here, you're just gonna lift that right up, okay, and that's it. And then something exposed like so. Now what you're gonna do is come down to the bottom part here, and you're gonna see that these pieces of the arm or the forearms are posted or pegged right into the bottom here. You have to be careful of that, because if you don't pay attention, you can break it off, and this little piece here has already come off. That's for the hand. We're not gonna worry about it right now. We'll worry about that later. You're gonna pick this up here, bring this up here, and like so, you're going to have that loose. Now what you want to do is this. You can bring this piece in here and collapse it, and you want to get these pieces just kind of on top of there, because they really don't have any place to peg them. They just go right into them, but that's it. And that should have been a step I did directly after I showed you that part. But again, once you start transforming these transformers, they would never be exactly the same, more than anything else. So I'm just honestly just showing you right now how this goes, how I do it. All right, so what you're going to do is this, very important. After you loose these pieces from the bottom here, from the tracks, you're going to lift these up and leave them loose, kind of leave them kind of floating in the air, as such, and like so. And what you want to do is try to get these already over here. If you don't move these now, these will break off. I mean, they will come disassembled. This piece will come off, and they'll just come out. They're very flimsy. It's probably the weakest part of this transformer. All right, you're going to take this and turn these around. So what you're going to do is try to take this whole thing and hold it so it goes. If you just move with this will break. And what you want to do is get this peg right into there, and that's what you're looking to do. You know, just put it around here, and I can feel already coming loose, because it's going to come right here off this parts here, and it's always got some distress marks on it, but we're not going to get into that. And you're going to have it pegged right there, and you're going to do the same thing over here, but you make sure you hold the whole thing. So put both your index finger and your pointing finger, your middle finger, and also the your index finger with your thumb, and press it around on this part here to hold it and to bring it all around. Again, if you just have this flappy part piece, it will come off, and it probably will break. So get that peg right into there. You want to do that, and that's what you want to do, like so. You come up here, have this here, and again, you have them loose, and then this is what end up being his arms. But again, we're going to come back to that later. You're going to come down to the legs here, and you're going to separate them from the ports itself. Don't worry about the feet. The feet will come apart, but if you want, you can hold that together. So let's go and do that together. So again, just come back, just make sure you hold enough pressure to pull it apart, and like so, it's going to pull right off. All right, and that's kind of got a stiffness. It's very easy on that one, but That's it. But these pegs here peg into each other. But again, that's, you know, whatever. All right, you're gonna bring the legs around, bring them down to the side here. And what you can do is you can start making up his legs since you're down here, and it probably might be easier for you anyway. But that's just, again, it's totally up to you. It's your transformer. It's how you want to transform, and that's it. Okay. All right, you're gonna bring this back piece here, and you're gonna do that just before the top of the wheel. So there's little slide pieces, or however you want to say, track pieces or whatever, and bring it right down. And that's that part there. You're gonna bring it down here. All right, and you're gonna bring the same thing, do the same thing over here, and they're kind of the same exact spot on either side, if you guys can kind of see that there. And that's how that works. So bring it down here, bring the legs down here, and that's pretty much about it. So once you have the legs kind of start going, you want to move the feet around, and what you want to do is that you want to have your feet pointing to where your knees, with the direction your knees are going to be pointing at. And these kind of look like these little, you know, points here of back of the knees. Well, at least if you see it, if you know the Transformers, you know what you're looking at. All right, and you just bend a little bit if you're not sure which way, and if it looks like we got the right direction. So again, you're going to be looking for that, and that's the back. All right, so take your feet, the front spurs, and turn them around to what direction that the knees are pointing. All right, do the same thing over here like so. And what you're going to do is this. Now, this is what I do. I bring this part out, and what you do is this. This here is kind of on an extender, so it comes out just a little bit, and you might not be able to tell, but you can see when you push it in there and push it out, if you can see that right there. And that's how I broke the piece on that one. But what you want to do is this. You want to have this out, spring out, pull it out. And for some reason that there's some weird mechanism that sometimes they're aligned perfect and sometimes they're not. And as you can see right now, they're not aligned perfect. So what I'm going to do is just bring this down here. And I mean, sometimes it goes and does its own thing, and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm just going to bring it here enough so it can, at least so it can stand up, so I can show you guys how it looks as far as the spur goes. So you do the same thing over here. Just bring this out, up, and extend it. Pull them out. Pull this here. And pull this enough so at least the spur is kind of an offset center thing, almost like he's kind of got this mean stance going on. So you want to have them look kind of like that, because I found it to be the best way standing up. I actually saw this from a picture online from the company that had it the way it is. But anyways, all right, so your knees are going to be pointing the same way they're supposed to be pointing. You're going to bring them up here, and what you're going to do is this. You're going to try to fix that gap in right there in that section, the midsection, and you're going to bring these in. Now it's up to you what side you want to do first. I usually try to do this side first because it's pointing the peg, and this is the other slot that does not have the peg. That's the opposite of the peg, so it just has a slot there, and as you can see, the peg on the other side. Okay, so you see them right there. So what you're gonna do is this. You want to try to see if you can get this in there like so, and get this to come down and in. You might have to pull the leg, you might have to work with it a little bit, might try to get it where you want to go and stuff, but it's extremely difficult to try to get it to come down the way you will like it to. And it is coming, so that's it, and you got it, and that's there. That's what you're looking for it to be right there. You're going to do the same thing over here. You're going to try to pull this down, and you're going to try to get that in there. But you want to try to get as close as you can as possible. And it's extremely difficult. So if you have a tool or something of such, or maybe an ice pick or something that you can kind of get in there and stuff to push it down, I found it to help in there. I'm not using it now because I'm just using regular hands and because I'm just showing you transformation. And it's quite annoying. And I have to say that if I didn't say in the review, which I don't think I did, about one of the cons is basically for the transformation for this, and I'm just trying to get it, and it's just really not going. But we're going to do this off camera because it's just going to burn my time, and I don't want to do that. All right. I caused some stress marks that you can't see, but we finally got that midsection together where it's supposed to be. So once you get it there, you just kind of put to the side and leave a little bit of slack for you to go ahead and push them and snap into place. And I hope you guys was able to see that. And that's what you want to have it once it's in the transformer mode like that. And it's already standing up pretty well, which is good. So that's pretty much about it. So what you want to do is this. You want to back up a little bit. Go to this before. You want to make sure this peg goes right into there. All right. And you're going to pull that there. And then there you go. And then you already see the midsection kind of make its way. You're going to pull this down and let this be able to swivel around. All right, make sure these points come together. You can mark those if you wish. You can have stickers there, which I don't too much care for all the stickers that's been using a lot with the Power Primes, but it's up to you, to each his own, and you have it there. You can do is already start lifting his head up so you can start seeing the motion and stuff, but it also stops this from going back and forth because this does tend to move when you're trying to transform the worms. All right, you're going to bring that up, put like so, peg that in plot. Peg that in the ports, put this to the side with the arms, and it looks like he's kind of like you. Sorry, okay, sorry. Anyways, yeah. So what you're gonna do is this: go to the bottom of each hand and just bring this down and bring the hands out. Now you might want to put some tool oil in there because it will. I hurt my thumb some time ago, so I really can't do it too much with this one. I found was kind of easier than that one, so this one here is going to be a bit troublesome, but I do think I have something for that. What you're gonna do is this: you're gonna just bring your gun, bring the blaster, put it in there, and just bring it up like so. And there, it's kind of a simple fix. There. That's it. And then you're going to start to make ways for them to stand up as you set the figure up. And for a knockoff slash third party, I guess the oversized would be the official third party of it. But for a knockoff, it is extremely well balanced. Even with like that, difficult the parts in the middle. Extremely, and it's much better than this one. This one is horrible, but we're not worried about that. They're exactly the same. So that's the transformation on that point, and we're going to concentrate on our friend over here to the right, the neon green. All right, and you're going to bring this in here. Now this is going to be kind of a complex transformation, kind of not. It depends on where you look at it, how it stems from there. So what I found it easy was to this. You have to get this to turn around, and this has to be pointed basically in the opposite direction. So what I think you should, well, this is what I do. And that's it. You come to the part here on the tops. You come and remove the arm like so. And this and that piece there, let's put this to the back. That piece, really? Yeah. That piece there. It has this little piece that kind of fits in there, and I don't even know what shape to call. I guess you can call it hourglass. It looks more like a Green Lantern, and you just kind of put it on there, and it's self-explanatory. You put it right on there, and it turns around, turns back, and that's it. Anyways, so you're gonna peg these parts apart, and you're gonna leave these loose and bring this up. Okay, and you're gonna leave these like this is. You're not even gonna go to Transformers unless you want to. It's totally up to you. It's your figures, what you want to do. Come to the bottom here, unloose the legs, unpeg them. All right, and what you want to do is get this whole body motion to turn around. So what you're going to pull this up just a little bit to give yourself a little bit of free space so it can look like he's a start to transform. But what you want to do is, I forgot to move the blaster, is to move the blaster. Move it up a little bit. That gives a free space to pull this down, and this top part here can swivel all the way around, and that is what you're looking for. You're going to clap this right back up. All right, put this back up like so, and magically the port just kind of stays the same because this doesn't move. It's whatever. So you're going to take these and put these pegs right back in the spots where they should be, and then you're going to take these pegs and put there where they should be. So these pegs here go to there, and these pegs kind of fit right in these little slot here because that's just what they are. So you have square pegs, you got square pegs on the bottom, you have circle pegs on the top. All right, so put this here. Go into the other one here, and you want to kind of keep this the same because in the instruction manual it does say to keep these arched like that. But if you find a better way, again, it's your figure. You don't have to go by what it says, and that's pretty much about it. And did I do something wrong? I sure did. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I didn't. Here we go. Turn this around, and then that up, and then you're going to take this, and then what you're going to do is peg this part back into, well, you're going to bring these back down. Now you're going to take these ports here, put this on this side and that on that side for those ports. Just put them right in there. You can do it for sturdiness or have them loose, however you want to do it and stuff. I'm just doing it now because it just helps me to aim right there where the ports go onto the back of his neck. And you're going to put this one side down first, or whichever side you want. Just be very careful because this is the weakest part of the figure. It's going to slide right in there. All right, you're going to make this come up here. All right, and this actually is going to end up being his shoulder. So you're going to take this and put this back right here like so. Of course, you transform this and you can kind of have the way you want to. You can set it up like you want like that, which will look really cool. And you can make the hand come right out like so, or just leave it like that or whatever. But I would advise, you know, just to, you know, put it down or whatever. I know I'm going to have it displayed or whatever, but I'm going to be trying to use it for more stop motion since it has so many points of articulations for that of such. And then you bring the hands out and you have it like so. And then there it is. That is the combined mode for the arm. And that's both of them right there, looking pretty stunning, I must say. The blaster, I believe, may combine to make a bigger blaster because it does have ports and it does transform a certain way. And if anybody knows anything about the whole knockoff or slash, I don't remember the company of the Transformers when they had the Dinobots. They had their own little version thing going on, and they had those weapons all combined together. And then I think it was Hasbro's Devastator, you know, thing. Devastator weapons all combined to their blasters can make to one big blaster, and that's pretty much it. Excuse me, screeners and meters. So okay, screeners and meters. That was the transformation for MBK2 yellow and neon green, and there is an oversized coming out from Weijing, I believe. Is that Weijing or Jinpao? One of them. I'm just saying, stating their name and stuff. I'm not giving them props or saying anything and stuff like that. No royalties or whatever it may be. Just stating out there and let you know where the company's coming from, and that's pretty much about it. So you guys keep your eyes out for that. So screeners and meters. Thanks for the watch. Do what you do as long as you do it well. On to the next.